Hello everybody. Welcome to our session for all the aspiring entrepreneurs and for all the parents who want the children to become a successful entrepreneur. So I would like to introduce Dr. Siti Singh sir, who has been the CEO of this AIC at SMIT since its inception. Hello sir. So sir, could you please brief us about the journey of AIC to SMIT?
First of all, Solomon, thank you so much for covering us here today. First and foremost, I would like to tell you that it has been an interesting as well as a difficult journey for us to come with this incubator inside this campus. To begin with, AIC stands for Atal Incubation Centers, and this is supported by Atal Innovation Mission Niti Aayog, Government of India. The intention was to build 100 world-class incubators across the country and in the Northeast as well. So we are the first and the only Atal Incubation Center in the Northeast as we stand today. And we are very fortunate that we are able to bring this incubator at Sikkim Manipal University or at SMIT campus.
So it is indeed an honor for SMIT to have AIC here because this is the first in the Northeast.
Yes.
So I can't wait to have a look at the Census of Research.
This is the first cohort. We have 16 startups in the first cohort, which started off sometime, put out in sometime in the month of April 2019. We have 16 of them, and the next batch, comprising another 13, has already been launched on the 11th of December 2020. So I think we have managed to pull in a couple of interests amongst the startups across the country. In fact, we have startups from across 9 states working in this incubator from across the country.
How would one apply to work as an incubator with AIC at SMIT?
So when an idea comes in, the first and foremost thing that we do here is we request those entrepreneurs and startups, founders, to apply to our website, which is smutbi.com, which stands for Sikkim Manipal University Technology Business Incubator. So in that, smutbi.com is the website. You go there and then there's an option for apply. Once you apply through it, we look at your idea as to whether it is viable, whether it is an incremental innovation, because even innovations are of two types. One is a disruptive innovation and an incremental innovation. So we're looking at, it doesn't matter whether it is incremental or whether it is disruptive, we are ready to support you either way. So we look at it whether it is going to really work, whether it is financially viable, sustainable. Once we do that, we send them an admission offer. Once offer is given, they can come here and work. But having said that, if anybody has any idea, you can come and see here. This is a space, this is the co-working space which we call the Habitat. This has got 20 sitting space right now. Anybody who has an idea can just come in, walk in here, they can sit down, work on this. We have a 24/7 power supply, uninterrupted power supply. We have 3 lines of internet connections. We have air conditioning in case it is very, very hot. So these are the space that you can initially begin to work on your idea. In case you have this becomes too open and you want to have a closed door meeting amongst a small team, then we have something called an ideation hub. So this is a place where you can hustle with your team of about say about 10 people, 10 to 12 of your friends. You can discuss here in a enclosure here. You can have your meetings here, discussions here, and ensure that your ideas is sorted out among your team, distributed. All this is done here. Make use of this space. It's all available for free for you. We also have a makerspace. The only advantage which I would say about this incubator is this probably is the only space in the Northeast where you'll find all the equipments, all the things together in one single space. You have a working space, you have a meeting room, you also have a makerspace where you come with an idea, you have some tech thing you want to design, do it yourself, you want to make sure that whether this product will work or not. Under such circumstances, we invite you here. This makerspace is open for you. You can come in, make use of all the products that you would like to make. You can build prototype that you have thought of. Make use of all the equipment. We provide you almost everything here. Let's say, for instance, we have 3D printers, we have 3D scanners, we have all the laser cutters. Everything is available here.
So one query I have in my mind, like if a student of SMIT, he has not registered for to be one of the incubators with AIC. However, can he still come and see this so that he can get a feel and be more interested in becoming an entrepreneur?
See, this is a very interesting question. I would like to, in fact, not just come and see, I would like to welcome all of them to come and feel and make use of it. Come and, instead of just having to see, come and start using them and start working from day one itself, so that you start really liking what is here, and then try to see. Yes, please.
And then when the interest grows,
Definitely.
Can you also have this, so that means this lab is also open for having hands-on experience to the students who wants to become an entrepreneur.
As this idea germinates and becomes better, they find more and more customers, they find that there are lots of customers, they build tractions on their product, then we start looking at, they cannot possibly sit in an open space, they have to build a team, and they want to really go beyond what they have initially started off. So some of them even have employees, about 30-40 employees. Some of the startup have 40 employees. One of them have about 500 farmers working along with them. So that's the kind of startup people are working with. So the moment their team becomes bigger, it is difficult for them to sit. So we started giving them, this is called the business center, where we give them office space. You can have a look at it. So this belongs to a company called the Chakras Farm, and they work on the tech area around here. They build their farm on the other side. So they build all their plannings and all these things they do within this office. We give them a small office space of about 150 square feet approximately, with internet connections and phone connections and everything to them for free. So this is what we provide to them when they come into work.
So much that the session has been really, really interesting, and it is a privilege for me to have a complete insight of AIC. I got to learn many new things, or many things, interesting things about being an entrepreneur, or how to start, or how to go about it. And I'm sure that would be the same with our students as well. So before we end, I would request you to leave a message for our aspiring entrepreneurs and their parents.
Thank you so much for the time that you have taken out today. As a message to all the aspiring entrepreneurs and startup founders that we have today, and the students who would be joining in here and become entrepreneurs, I would like to tell them that the way forward for the country is through entrepreneurship, or through the self-reliance, and then creating businesses and creating employment by us. We cannot wait for the government to create employment anymore today. We'll have to create employment by us, because we are educated, we understand the requirement of this region, we understand the requirement of the country, and using this resource that we have and the knowledge that we have learned in the course of time, we should be able to create more employment, and along with it, we should be able to create wealth, as well as create more sustainable environment for the country. So I would suggest that we should look forward to creating more employment through employment generation, through entrepreneurship and through startups, instead of being dependent on the government. So I wish everyone that they look at this prospect of creating, becoming employers rather than being employed.
And so a message to the parents who would like to see the children as entrepreneurs in future.
So as we take this forward, I know this has not been a very conventional way of being employed, or way of life, as we have seen in the earlier generations. if you look at it, the level of employment that can be generated, we have already reached the threshold in the country, and probably there will be no further jobs that will be available if you look further. So we also should encourage our children to ensure that they pursue their dreams and they to pursue what they love, because all of this that we see in them has got potential, and each one of them has potential to grow. If we have depended on all the jobs that are provided by the government, probably we would have had no innovations today. If you look at it, we as parents and teachers, we have enjoyed the ride on Uber, we have enjoyed the Oyo hotels, we have enjoyed many of the new disruptive innovations that has come in. If they were not allowed by the parents, probably we will not be having them today. Therefore, I think it is more important that we start looking at what our children would like to do, what they want to do. So we should allow them and give them the space and the freedom. That is what I would like to convey as a message. I hope this will be taken up in a good spirit, and then probably our children will get benefited of it.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time, and thank you for this interesting session. This was really, really interesting, and I'm sure it will be the same with our students as well. Thank you so much.